You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Here we have more on Randi Kerr's point of view. Enjoy. Thank you. Randi sighed. Thanks so much for trying to cause a stir at the welcoming party. Sorry. I didn't know he could drink all that champagne. Do you guys even have champagne in your world? Well, kind of, sort of, but this kind of stuff really made him even more drunk. I can tell he's gonna be sobering up in probably an hour or so. He's gonna have a really horrible hangover. Yeah, no kidding. But Raven was pretty nice. Sorry. She must really think I'm weird. Nah, she doesn't think you're weird. It's just the whole thing with your out of body. So it makes people scared of me? Hiyori asked. No, it isn't. I think what I'm trying to say is that people don't really understand it. I know. I'm trying to fix it, but I'm not cutting ties with Yato. I didn't say you can't. All I'm saying is that you have to be a little more careful. Alright. I want to go see if he's okay, even though it was my fault that I kicked him to the wall. Good idea. You do that, Randi said, leaning back in her chair. However, she noticed that Shinoa was peeking over someone's shoulder. She saw the guy was Taylor Timmons. At the same time, Shinoa was just looking over at what Taylor was examining. She peeked over and said, "What you got there?" she said. Taylor simply hid it. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's just some sort of drawing of the enemy. Oh, I see, Shinoa said. All right then. She glanced over at Ben, who was just eyeing her with disapproval, when all of a sudden Shinoa got on her tippy toes and looked, with that big grin on her face. Taylor tried to block it, but Shinoa was quick despite her size, and simply took it from Taylor as she said, "Let me see." "Wait," Taylor said. "What do you think you're doing?" Ben exclaimed. "Give that back!" He chased her around, but Shinoa was pretty quick and swift. She kept making these dance-like movements and running and sprinting while she said, "Oh wow, would you look at this drawing of the enemy? It's so talented." "Give it here!" Ben exclaimed. "You have to admit, this is quite impressive. Oh, what a great artistic." Some superhuman would be great enough to draw something like this. That's when she felt herself pinned to the ground. Ben sneered over, saying, "Ha! Not so invincible now. Hand it back." Immediately, Shinoa looked up and said, The paper with the enemy was nowhere in sight. Ben looked at her. "What did you do to it? Where is it?" he exclaimed. However, Ben and Taylor heard voices. "Whoa, you gotta be kidding me. This is really impressive," you exclaimed. "Wow, this is pretty good with the enemy." "Well, that's how it's supposed to be drawn. But then again, this is really like something from an anime book." "Really? Something to do with the human body?" "Of course it is, you idiot. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how your organs and everything else has to look like. But something about this seems really intrigued." "Yeah, even I wouldn't even know how to draw something like that."
Oh, come on, Kimizuki, you can draw something like this. Will you shut up? No, he has a point. If you could draw something like this, that would be great. I mean, you can do anything. See, I told you. Oh, please.
Yeah, I have to admit, Kimizuki can do anything. But this guy, I think he could be as better as you.
It's not like I'm asking for that. I mean...
However, their banter was interrupted as Ben took the anime paper, folded up nicely, and put it in his jacket of his suit. He glared at them. Yoichi just grinned. Yu just smiled. Kimizuki just sighed. Mitsuba just rolled her eyes.
It's nice,
Yu said.
Charming,
Ben said. Then he walked over to Shinoa. Shinoa was leaning against the pillar, trying to look as innocent as possible.
You really think you're so humorous now, do you?
Ben said. Now, is that any way to talk to a lady? Shinoa asked.
You really are a pest now, aren't you?
Oh yes, of course I can be. But I have to admit, you have such a great talented assistant.
He was a physician, but he's now my assistant, since I rescued him.
Oh, did you? How impressive. It's not every day we get to meet someone who's got a pretty much of a good nature of himself. Sounds like somebody is quite thinking he's so much better than everyone. I guess I might fall into that category myself.
Shinoa said teasingly. What do you think you are? Oh, I know. You are a fallen angel. She who has plummeted 30 feet downward,
Ben said, and he laughed. However, Shinoa laughed with him, but she said, Oh, a fallen angel? You think of me so highly as a fallen angel who has plummeted from the sky about 30 feet? Oh, me? A fallen angel? I think it's more like a clip-winged angel. 'Cause you see, Shinoa said, walking around Ben. Ben just watched her with a glare. Taylor watched as well, but not with the same glare, but just with confusion, as Shinoa twirled while saying, I am no fallen angel. I am a clip-winged angel who can't even fly. I mean, not so high. I can only be limited off the ground. Yes, an angel. A wonderful, splendid angel to receive the great grace from above and save those who have fallen to their doom. Oh, how can we proceed with this scientific nature? Yes, the greatest scientists of all, and also those who are mad, and those who are talented, Shinoa said. However, she dropped the dramatic act, and she said in a serious tone, Ben, you and your assistant are possibly the most talented people besides us. She then said, you know, with your talents, you could get the attention of the Japanese Imperial Army. I advise that you would keep your head down, your arrogance to be simmered, and try your best not to provoke anyone. Shinoa said. The last part she said was serious, and it sounded menacing. Randi couldn't help but smile.
Uh-oh, Shinoa's getting on somebody's case. Raven looked up. What's happening? Sorry. Oh, Mr. Shallow. Hallows, you mean? Well, he seems quite shallow, but he's not always like this, as I was told from Taylor, but I believe his demeanor and his opinion quite unsettling. Randi said, "Ah, you're quite superstitious now, aren't you, Miss?"
Shinoa Haragi. The Japanese Imperial Army solely belonged to the Haragi clan. If I were you, I would advise to steer clear of them. They're quite monsters, but I never want to say that to their face.
I can imagine you having a difficult life.
I also had a sister once.
Oh, that's something I never heard. Tell me, who is the man in charge of all of this?
Shinoa looked around. Then she smiled and pointed over to the side of the bar where Guren and Solo were seated. You see that man with the dark hair? That is Lieutenant Colonel Guren Ichinose. If you wish to speak to him, be my guest. Good luck, she said. Then she sprinted away. Well, more like skip, but she just did a bit of twirls as she said, "You will regret it." Well, that was fun.
Damn, you really are a bit of a sneaky one. You sure really told him off.
I did, but it was worth it. Just wait until they get a hold of what Guren has in store for them.
Bring on the popcorn, Missy. Bring on the popcorn, Randi said. But what happened next was going to be life-changing. Okay, that's it. What did you guys think? Did you find it kind of cool? I hope you did. Well, I'll see you guys next time. I'm Catherine Donovan. Catch you later. Bye.